Alex wants to know, and this is a question for both of the Davids. You both come into interaction with a lot of race fans. If a fan wants you to remember them, what is a great way to make a first or lasting impression? And we'll start with Starr this time.
Man, I don't know. That's a good one. I mean, there's thank God for the race fans. I mean, they're just man, they make it all worth. You know, without the race fans, you don't have a sport. You know, so they're everything. But man, it's there's sure some great race fans out there. Just some of the crazy questions, some of the things they want you to sign. I mean, sometimes, man, they catch you off guard. You never forget it. You know what I mean? Sign this, do this. They tell you something. I think sometimes just for the shock value, they tell you something to really grab your attention, you know. You know, so yeah, just some of the stuff, you know, I can't even mention on here, but thank God for the race fans to support our sponsors. Obviously the manufacturers and the sponsors aren't involved if there's no fans, so the fans are everything. But man, I've you know, I've had some fans put my chin on the ground. It took me 5-10 minutes to get my jaw off the ground just because what they're telling me and asking me, you know. So, and I know Stremme's probably been through the same thing.
How does a race fan make an impression with you, or a lasting or a memorable one?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you have some Starr. Remember this guy? There's a guy. I remember they called him the Can Man or something. He had something with his head. He was bald, and he'd take like an aluminum can and stick to it, and there's all kinds of weird stuff, and we won't get into the women's side of things that you see. But,
Pit lizards, come on.
You know, I think the biggest thing, if you're going to go up, meet a driver, and especially if you're a fan of that driver, just be genuine in yourself. You know, you see people act crazy and do things trying to get the driver's attention, and it's like, listen, just be normal is the biggest thing. Be yourself, and you'll be fine.
Joe, you have a lot of fans. You've had a big following with your website, sponsoring a race car, working in the media, doing everything you've done in the sport. Have you had any cool fan interactions in the past, or anything that really sticks out to you?
Yeah, you know, the race fans are so loyal to everything. I think they're the most loyal of any sport. And, you know, I'm just a crazy radio guy, okay? But I swear to you, I went to Loudon, New Hampshire in 2009. I was on the late John Andre's car. And, you know, I was wearing my shirt for my site, and people, the race fans, some of them in the infield knew who I was. And I'm like, I still like, wow, okay, that's cool. And I took some pictures of some fans, and I thought it was really cool. But then I went back again aloud in 2011, and I was on David Gilliland's car, and some more fans came up to me. And I was like, I can't believe they knew who I was. I'm just some crazy person, you know what I'm saying? So, but the fans, I think NASCAR are the most diehard, loyal fans of any sport. And I got to talk to a bunch of fans. A lot of fans emailed me some nice things and some not so nice things sometimes too, but that's okay. But no, I think they're the best fans in all racing. Racing fans are the best best sporting fans of all sports. And you know, and it's great because they still message me on Twitter. I haven't been involved in sponsorships in NASCAR in 10 years, but they still message me and they still reach out to me and different things. So that's great.
Yeah, well, you said it best. I think race fans are very loyal, and I think you can find that at all disciplines, the local level, regional, national, international levels. Race fans are definitely loyal to their driver, teams, brands. And while I can't relate necessarily as a sponsor or as a driver, I can tell you being recognized for work with the racing experts, or even David doing the show with you the last year and a half, being recognized by fans at the racetrack, like, hey, I've been told you're the other guy. You know, Tyler and David are the guys on the show, and you're the other guy. Or, oh, hey, yeah, you do the show with David. So it's pretty cool to know that fans are listening, they're watching. We definitely have a lot of interaction. We certainly appreciate them here, not only on this show, but Stremme and Starr as racers. I'm sure you can even have a deeper appreciation for the fans because they're following you week to week.
Man, they're very passionate. That's for sure, man. They love their drivers, their manufacturers. I mean, I love their opinions, but they're definitely passionate about NASCAR in all forms of auto racing. You know, I love, man, I get through racing on Saturday afternoon or man, I can't wait to go find a short track somewhere and go get in stands and just see. I mean, you sit in the stands at these short tracks across America, dirt tracks or asphalt tracks, man, these fans are loving it, man. And it's really cool because, a lot of the drivers in here in Stremme talk about a lot of these kids that are winning lots of races and they're so good. And, and hopefully we'll see them in NASCAR one day. But man, the fans in the stands at these local tracks, they got a lot of these drivers they have a big following, you know what I mean? And it's cool to see how passionate they are about their local hero, you know what I mean? So thank God for the fans, man. I love them.